Back when I played Valorant with a pen, I feel like I only half-assedly explored the playstyle. Although I was able to achieve diamond rank after a long grind, I never really dove into the full potential of the pen. I also thought Valorant had patched it because they released this no pen spray on the battle pass, and I found out that suddenly I couldn't use my tablet in-game. That turned out to be a coincidence. The spray was probably referencing actual gun penetration, and there was a patch to Vanguard that allowed only one input to be used in-game, meaning you couldn't use both a mouse and a tablet at the same time when the game was open. That being said, I found a way to still make the tablet work really well in Valorant, and the idea that the drawing tablet as a playstyle could potentially be a contender to the tried and true mouse intrigued me. So let's get back into it. So how does it work? I'm sure all 𝐿𝐸 players and artists have tried to use their tablet in a game before, only to find that it either doesn't work or makes us spin like this. That's because tablets operate on absolute positioning. Imagine if your mouse was locked into a 2D plane and you couldn't lift it up to reset your cursor. This is why tablets don't tend to work in video games unless it's a 2D game like League of Legends or 𝐿𝐸. This is fixable by using a driver that turns the tablet into relative positioning. Like a mouse, we are able to pick up from any spot on the tablet from where we left off to look around. It gives the tablet the ability to look at a field of view. In this case, we're using open tablet drivers, but every single thing I use will be in the description. Okay, now that movement is out of the way, how does sensitivity work? It works by taking the amount of pixels on your screen and dividing it by the length and width of the millimeters of your tablet. So in this case, the resolution. Why don't you go find a resolution to your boring life instead and go outside? We're skipping this part. Just like any game, when it comes to settings, play around with the numbers until you find something that works for you. It took me a week of playing pen again to finally land on these settings that allow me to do 180s and shoot blinds comfortably. And lastly, how do we shoot? I've tried multiple methods, including binding spacebar to shoot and just dragging my pen along the surface, but I found my favorite method is just to hover my pen, and when I see an enemy, I'll press down on the tablet. Obviously, the pen doesn't have a right click, so for right clicks, I put it on Alt, and it seemed to work out very well.
Yikes. Stay down. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
And with that, Tablet Bootcamp has concluded. It's time to play Ranked. Yo, my boy's in that smoke, no?
Oh, wee!
Uh-oh. Oh, no! Wait. Uh-oh.
One enemy. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Bruh.
I choked. Yo. No.
One enemy. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Go for clicks.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There's no way you can convince me that you are fucking using a goddamn drawing pen right now.
Do you want to see?
Are you live right now?
Yeah, I'm live.
Put that shit in chat. You weren't kidding, bro. What the fuck?
You fuck with it, fat cunt?
Yeah, fuck with it. You're crazy, bro.
Okay. I got gold after a week of coming back to pen. Pretty good. Just like last time, I had to investigate if this playstyle was really allowed in Valorant. So I asked my Riot Vanguard buddy again, and this is what he had to say. Hey Jacob, is tablet as a playstyle with its drivers allowed in Valorant? Yeah. Is it viable? The current sensitivity I play on is high, so my aim ends up really shaky. Even with the usage of plugins and filters that make my aim smoother, I find myself whiffing quite a lot. And tablets aren't really made for gaming, you see. The Wacom tablet I use is only around 160Hz polling rate, which means there's about an 8 millisecond delay with its input. Which makes sense, since digital artists don't need to flick to targets or react to enemies or anything. Most top-tier gaming mice in this day and age have a 1000Hz polling rate with 1 millisecond delay in comparison. With all that in mind though, I still think the pen shouldn't be overlooked just yet. There are bigger tablets in existence with higher polling rate, which could solve my shakiness and small delay problem. Tablets were also not originally made for OSU, yet within a couple years of the first person trying it, it became the best way to maximize aiming on that game. Seeing how impressive and fast aimers are in OSU now makes me think, is it really impossible for pens to become a viable input? All it takes is one person to become madly successful with it for other people to try it. I'm willing to become that person. Follow my journey to Immortal on Pen on Twitch. I am streaming all the progress. Bye bye!